Yet again, another day, another dev blog about a ship, but this is not a normal ship. This is the Sovetsky Soyuz, the Red Ocean. So yes, we are getting the Sovetsky Soyuz. Of course, I don't play too much of naval, but I gotta be honest, this ship might make me play naval. I always loved the design of this thing. Never saw service, of course. It was laid down, but initially, I think, but only like 20% of it was built when they scrapped the thing, and because of the war and stuff, environments, everything that happened there. And yeah, they actually were building 4 of them, I think, which is they were going to build 8, but yeah, the Sovetsky Soyuz, the Sovietskaya Ukraina, the Sovietskaya Belarusia, and the Sovietskaya Russia. So all of those would be built, and yeah, we're gonna have the flagship, which is the Sovetsky Soyuz, right? The first one, right? Of course, this is another vehicle that was leaked. So yeah, we already kind of knew that it was going to come, but it is still a very interesting ship to come. And of course, I have a feeling, guys, because this is a proper battleship, like World War II battleship, right? 65,000 tons. It has 9 406mm guns. So it is like Yamato, Iowa, Bismarck territory, right? And it kind of confirms that these 3 other ones are going to come, right? The other big 3s that were actually built, right? And I have a feeling that the teaser might show more of these. I have a feeling that they are really pushing these battleships to be, you know, what brings players to naval again, right? Because honestly, guys, we don't have a lot of players playing naval. Do I think naval is trash or anything like that? No, I don't think so, right? There's a lot of people that say that naval is just the worst mode in War Thunder and everything. I don't think it's that bad. Not the most fun, but it's not as bad as people say, right? So I hope something like this actually brings something that will make those game modes more playable in the terms of how many people are gonna be playing with these. So yeah, hopefully it brings more attention to naval, right? Because I think it's kind of sad that nobody's playing naval, although they have some very cool ships like this, for example, right? Me personally, I'm more waiting the submarines if they are ever added. I love submarines. You know, surface ships, not really my cup of tea, but if there is some ships that I would love to see in War Thunder, one of them would be the Sovetsky Soyuz, right? So very cool. And of course, like I said, guys, we already had a leak about this vehicle, so it kind of confirms again, you know, we are reiterating that the leaks that I was talking about, guys, they are all coming, you know. So a lot of people don't believe on those, etc, 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 but again, we are getting this, and this is another confirmation. A ship this size, the Vanguard, stuff like this basically confirms that we're gonna see the Bismarck, the Yamato, the Iowa, right? And with that, all the other leaks are basically becoming true, and yeah, it makes sense. It feels like a patch that is more focused on ships than anything else, but let's wait and see, right? I still believe there are going to be more jets that we didn't see yet. I believe that we're going to see some tanks. So yeah, don't get upset if it's another ship, you know, blog. From time to time, we will see these updates that are more focused on this. And this is a pretty big one. If people don't start playing ships with these ships, they need to change something fundamental about those game modes, because these are the ones that everybody wants to play, right? These are the ones that are the big ones that everybody loves, the flagships of their nations, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see how that performs on the terms of how many players will be there, right? Anyway, but this is it. This is the Sovetsky Soyuz. I mean, 400 more or less millimeters of protection. I mean, crazy. 65,000 tons. He has 9, like I said, 406mm guns. He has, if I'm not mistaken, 6 152mm turrets that have 2 guns each. So basically 12 152mm. He has 8 100mm turrets. These are auxiliary, anti-air, long range, you know. Also, he has a whole bunch of 37mm across the boat. So yeah, the most, probably one of the most, how do I even say this? Like, the most ambitious, basically, program maybe that the Soviets had during the war. It would be cool to see what if this thing would actually be produced and what it would do. Battleships were, although important at that time, they were starting to become obsolete, right? They were starting, with the missiles just afterwards, becoming a standard in the 50s and 60s, especially for the Soviets. Battleships became kind of obsolete, but it's still very cool to see the largest ships, warships ever built in the game, right? So I see you guys on the next one. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Again, guys, thank you all the donations. I mean, we already passed like $250, so thank you all. I see you guys on the next one. You guys are awesome. Bye, guys. See ya.